Okay, so gonna do Wilderness Warbands video. Gonna try and not mess it up because there's a lot that can go into it, and I'm trying to rush it since Warband starts at 6 my time, 14 minutes, and I want to do some prep real fast. So I'm gonna do it on Fate because he actually needs it. Let's see. Freaking A. I knew this would happen. No. I need to toss some stuff, actually. This is all trash. So, Wilderness Warbands, while I'm doing this, basically what we're going to do is we're going to go into the wilderness. There is a high chance of getting PK'd, but the amount of stuff that we're going to risk is going to be very minimal. So, that shouldn't be a large issue. I don't know where I get half this stuff. This is trash, trash, trash. I'll make sure. Okay, so the basic loadout for what we're going to do is, this is what I do almost every single time. I take some sort of bow, just a trash bow that I don't mind losing because this bow is worth less than my wilderness sword. Actually, yeah, this is like 20k to reclaim, I think, and this is 5k, so it's like whatever. And then some trash arrows that I just don't even care about. This is what I do. Other people will occasionally take like a set of royal d'hide. Some people go in with royal d'hide and a royal crossbow. It depends whatever you feel like risking. This is my setup because again, very large chance that I will get PK'd. Sometimes you can go do Wilderness Warbands run and be completely fine. Sometimes you have a close call, and sometimes you get PK'd. So it's not something that should scare you away from doing Wilderness Warbands. Um, it's just something to expect, to learn how to handle it and avoid it. And if you die, just not worry about it. So next thing is having prayer points is going to be huge because we're going to protect item. That's going to save my wilderness sword so I don't have to lose it. And since we're not, it hasn't started yet, what I'm going to do is actually, on my other screen, I was going to pull up Phantom so I can look at other worlds and see where the camps are going to be. So the camps are in 3 different locations. We're going to have Red Dragon Isle, which we call RDI. Well, that's just not going to work. The East Lava Maze, we call ELM. This is also the herb patch. And Dark Warriors Fortress, DWF, and I'll show you where they are. So these are the 3 locations that the warbands can spawn. And I'm gonna run for the first one. I'll get there and show you. So ideally, what happens is a world message will go out that the warband has started. You'll see a camp like this, and if it's in Dark Warriors Fortress camp, which is where I am, I'm about level 8 Wilderness, just on the corner of the Black Knight's Fortress, and the Dark Warriors Fortress. So this is the Dark Warriors Fortress camp. If it's in this camp, these tents will become animated, so to speak. They'll look more alive. They'll be full and built up instead of they look kind of like they're trashed right now. They'll have a color like either be blue or red. It's drastically different. You would see the difference, and we'll see it in a minute when I go do my run. You come here, excuse me. You come here, and of these 5 different tents, there will be a skill that if you loot the tent, you can get 25 items, and those 25 items you then take back to this mark right here. Oh, that's too far. Sorry, over here. To this yellow or green. The Taskmaster, his name is Quarius, I think. He's a tree. He's a big old tree like Groot. So it's basically like you start here and then you run over there with them, try not to die. That's what the warbands is. But then there's different kind of strategies how to not die and how to make it efficient. You can do 3 of these runs per day. They run every 7 hours. And if you're quick, you can do all 3 of your runs within 15 minutes and be done for the day. The catch is that you cannot do 2 runs in a row on one world. So basically, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get a run in on my world, and then, well, depending what the camp is, and then I'm going to try and switch worlds, do another run, and then I'm going to switch back potentially to whatever world I'm on and get 3 runs. So you have to world hop a little bit. Um, and I'm going to try and get Dark Warriors Fortress. The other ones that we're going to go to, here's the herb patch. This is where the other camp is, right there. If it would click, there it goes. And then, so the distance from the tree, from him to the tree, that spot, very, very large. The next one is due south of the demonic ruins and about the 32 wilderness. And if you go from the top of this edge right here, you pretty much hit it. It's that black dot though. But that's kind of how I do it. Down from the demonic and east from the wilderness route, that wilderness thing right there. That's the other one. So same thing. It's actually probably almost the exact same distance from the herb patch, but the herb patch is a pretty straight shot. This one you have to run around crap. So this one is the least good. It's not the best one, it's the worst one. This is number 2 best or number 2 worst, and Dark Warriors Fortress by far is the best. The distance from here to here is literally like a third of this, if not a fourth. It's drastic. Um, so let's go. We have time where I'm going to go look at them real quick. So the reason why I have the Wilderness Sword is because Herb Patch Teleport is basically one of the best ways to get to either ELM, Elm, or East Lava Maze, which is what this one is, their patch. And it's also pretty much the fastest to get over here to RDI, the Red Dragon Isle. That's this one. Um, so that's why I have the Wilderness Sword. If I'm going to the Dark Warriors Fortress, sometimes I'll just drop it into my bank, not on the ground, and just have my bow. And then that way, if I have to protect, I can protect my bow and save 5k. Not a big deal. So here's this, and then we'll run. So just run on over there. So it's pretty straightforward. So there's 5 skills that you can get from this is construction, herb lore, smithing, mining, and uh, what's the last one? Brain fart. What is the last one? Hmm. I'll remember before I get there. What is it? Smithing. Did I say smithing, mining, herb lore, construction? What? Farming, 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 farming. Farming is the last one. So, in order of preference, this is kind of how I would do them if I was doing this from scratch. I need to get my herb lore up to 75, so that should be easy. There are tables on, let's see. I think there's tables on, maybe it's not a table. I think there's a calculator on how much XP you get. Rewards. So if I pull this over here, um, from level, so I'm level 90 or 84, and if I'm going to do 25 supplies, which is the max per run, so you can do 75 supplies a day and 25 per run, so that's why we do 3 runs. Then I'm going to get 87,000 XP. So when I was training my construction, I did almost all my construction this way. At level 98, you should get, yeah, there you go, 118,000 XP. So this is amazing. If you're high level, if you're like around doing a 90 skill, a 90 herb lore, construction, whatever, you're getting 300,000 XP in 15 minutes for free, uh, with a small gamble that maybe you'll lose your bow. So it's seriously whatever. This is the RDI spot. Again, just over and down and right on top of that little black dot. I don't know if they all have little black dots. Yeah, there's a black dot. And there's a black dot. I think that's supposed to stand for this little totem right here. Anyways, um, if you're prepping for Wilderness Warbands early, first off, taking off all your stuff is a big deal. Second off, if you don't already know this, your coin pouch money is safe, so don't worry about it. But if you're prepping early and you really want to be super efficient, then I think the best strat is basically to run to this area, and then you run down to level 20 Wilderness. So that way, if you need to teleport back to Edgeville and go to Dark Warriors Fortress, you can. Otherwise, if you want to start off at RDI, you can. The best strat is really to just do Dark Warriors Fortress and not even wait over here. But you don't always get people helping you call out. So it's going to pop up a chat message and say, on my specific world, 'cause it changes by world, this is where the fortress is, or this is where the camp is. And if there's other people helping me, I'm just going to hop worlds and I'm going to see if I can find a better world than RDI. So, 3 minutes to go. Let's see if there's anything that I missed. I mean, it is really just ridiculously straightforward. Um, one thing that's very huge is so the camp spawns, and then I don't know exact mechanics, but I think it's after it's definitely like after you have to sorry, I'm tripping all over my words. There's technically like two phases. So once you get to the camp spawns, and then you have to actually go and channel the blue or green beam or whatever color it is, and that's the prayer beam. Ugh. It's okay, never mind. It's a I call it a prayer beam because it'll give you prayer experience, and then after that you have to channel, and that's I don't remember why each channeling it has like an action, what it's called. The second one is summoning reinforcements, and I don't remember what color it is. I think it's red, and that's to summon reinforcements. But you get Slayer XP from this one. You get about so at my level 70, you get about 20k XP, so it's not a ton, um, but it's something. So basically, you run up to the camp, and Bob, nobody's online. That's cool. Um, I'm gonna go back to Edgeville because I'm hoping that I'm gonna get a Dark Warriors Fortress for my first one. If you can get a DWF for your first one, then you can basically do any ELM or RDI after that, and then come back to Dark Warriors Fortress, and you can get 3 runs in fairly easily. So I'm just gonna hang out over here, and if I need to, I'm gonna world hop. But what happens is this is gonna be all lit up. There's gonna be a camp, and that middle thing is gonna have an option to channel it. I'm gonna channel it once. It's gonna do something. It's basically unlock the camp, and then I have to channel it again to summon reinforcements. And then there's gonna be like a mini boss standing right here in front of the big tent, and we have to kill him with our reinforcements, and then we can start looting and run for our lives. So with that, it should start exactly on the dot, but I think generally because server lag, it's not always right on time. So it's there, but let's see. I don't know why my windows are like so huge. Oh, Luke, congratulations, you broke Zoo Tycoon. We're just gonna wait a second. I guess another thing, so there are friend chats. I don't know if they're like I don't trust them because like they could have PKers camping them. Okay, East Lava Maze, not bad. Let's jump on Phantom and see what he has for his. So basically, once we get into here, scouting, quote unquote, can be simply just calling out a world. You don't actually have to go to it. So World 85 ELM, so everyone knows it's East Lava Maze. I am on Phantom, and he actually might have missed the broadcast because I wasn't on him. Hopefully, I didn't miss it because that would suck. I'm just gonna go. It's very time sensitive. Now this is go time. Not only are PKers going to start popping up, but you also have to get these camps. Shit. Dang it, Bob. Thanks, Bob. I'm gonna interrupt the beam real quick. And so we're interrupting the beams. Notice that we're away from the camp. If you run like to channel right here, you're like 5 paces away from this guy. They're gonna notice you, and they're gonna yell, "Oh, there's an intruder!" And then they're gonna attack you. And you just did what we call breaking the camp. You broke the camp. Everyone's gonna hate you. If I'm there, I'm gonna PK you, unless you're a clanmate. If not, I'm gonna PK you. Um, and everybody's going to hate you because now we don't get reinforcements. So right now we're interrupting the magic beam. I don't know why. Like I said, this is the prayer beam. I don't know why we're interrupting the magic beam. It's going to pop. We'll get our prayer XP. Oh, 9,000. I was sorely wrong. I thought it was 20,000. Now we are summoning reinforcements. So I'm going to do this. 85 is not generally a very high population world. Each of these tents can run out of supplies. So we're looting supplies, and that's what we turn in for experience. They can actually run out of supplies. So I don't know. It might be like 10 people per tent that can loot. Um, and so let's see. Now that we have that, so that's the big guy. We're gonna kill everybody else first. So he's Armadillion, if that's how you pronounce it. Armadillion. Um, Oh, yeah, I'm attacking the Bandos guy. So basically, we're gonna kill all the people of Armadil, freaking heck, and then we're gonna kill this guy altogether. He hits pretty freaking hard, so it's preferable to not have to tank him. Also, this dude has a skull already. I do not know why, but one of the main reasons why we make sure that we have prayer points and that we don't wear a lot is also because we're gonna get skulled when we do this. Maybe should have mentioned that earlier. It's okay if you're still watching now. You know, we're gonna get scolded when we do this because it's part of what warbands is. That's why you don't wear a ton of gear. So we're clearing the camp. That's what we call clearing the camp. So after this is done, I'll tell them that we cleared the camp, and I will. Right now, as soon as these got the reinforcements are summoned, you can tell what skills you can get the XP in. So construction, herb lore, which is what I want. That's sick, and mine and smithing. These tents are always the same. So herb, construction, smithing, and I think this is that might be mining and farming. I don't know. It might be switched. Okay, now we're gonna kill this dude. 32 is almost ready. Sweet. So I should really start Dark Warriors Fortress. I don't really care about the XP from this, so I'm gonna go actually do that. Um, that guy might be a PKer. So if you had a chance to see his cape, rewind maybe if you need to. Um, there is a clan and there's also a friend chat. I believe it's a friend chat that has a cape like that, and they often do PK. They'll basically come in a huge group of people, and they'll have a few people that just sit there and PK other people not in the group. Um, kind of a dick move, but also they're organized, so they benefit from it. Wherein the one thing is that you have to remember you're in the wilderness. There's no friends here, and PKers are the biggest dicks in the game, but really they're not dicks because you're the one in the wilderness. Nobody is forcing you to be there. So it's kind of just like it sucks, but it's your fault, kind of. They don't have to kill you, but whatever. Anyways, um, so I'm gonna have to hop. Um, I'm gonna have to hop to 32 real quick. Also doing this on low pop worlds, low population is not always the best. It can be. F you large parcel. It can be. Whenever you hop worlds, make sure to turn on your protect. Um, 32 safe. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? I'm confused. So it might have already ended, which is very weird because it's only 6 minutes past. I think that is possible though. I think that if you brute force your way through and don't like summon all the beams and you just kill everybody, then the camp will only last for like 5 minutes. I think summoning the beams makes it last longer. So that sucks. That sucks. That was a waste. It's cool. It's fine, Bob. It's cool. We're gonna get one run in. We're gonna get one run in. That's all I'm gonna really try for. I might hop a little bit after this one run. And we'll see what happens. So again, put your prayer on, and I get my skull. Oh, freaking heck. Oh, that guy's getting attacked, so I'm not even paying attention. So again, this is the cape. Pretty sure these people are always PKing. I'm gonna get attacked right now. Oh, no, he's faking it. This dude's still faking it. I'm gonna get attacked before I leave here. If it's not this dude, and there we go. See yas. See yas, mother effer. So, again, just gotta be prepared for this. This dude ahead of me might actually be waiting to PK me. They could be in like a little group. I don't want to find out. So I only have half my thing. This is what we call a bust. My backup camp, which I turned into my plan A camp, is actually dead. So that sucks. I just got almost PK'd. If I go back, I will 100% get PK'd. Bob did find another one. So maybe we'll try 58 after this. So this is very important. These supplies, they will disappear if you log off and if you teleport. They will just disappear. You will lose all chances of, basically, it uses your cap. If you have a 75 supply cap per day, then it'll use them up. So right now, I don't even know how many this is, 12, 13. Um, I will have 13 out of 75 already used up. This person just chilling. I just saw a white dot and got scared. I should be surging more, but I was kind of running through that crater at a weird angle. I don't usually run that way, but I was getting PK'd, so you know. Anyways, yeah, sometimes you just gotta like take what you get. This is the first run of the day, so technically there's gonna be three more, because again, it's every 7 hours, so 7, 14, and 2100 should be three more op chances. Um, so if I was gonna do this later today, I could redo it and try to use up the rest of my supplies. I still have whatever 12 out of 75, whatever remainder is. So you can do XP or GP. Always do XP if you're doing this for XP, obviously. Let's go check out 58. So you can do an unlimited amount of worlds for this. You don't have to do just 3 worlds. If you want to do 75 different worlds and only carry one thing with you every time, let's pray protect before we teleport, just in case. Then you can do 75 different worlds. It's totally up to you. Okay, we have herb lore because those people are there, construction and mining. So that one's farming and that one's smithing. This person's just chilling. There's a lot of other people that scout. Um, some people will say, well, if they have a pack yak, they're a PKer. That's not always true. There's a pack yak right there, and this guy's wearing royal d'hide. And he's not a PKer. He's just chilling. He just likes to protect himself. He's, oh, I might speak too soon, but he's not going to attack us as far as I can tell. He even has a phoenix necklace on, which I mean, I think that means he's even less of a PKer. But yeah, just because there's a pack yak doesn't mean it's true. If you see a war mammoth, probably should run for your freaking life. War mammoths, I have seen people not PK with war mammoths, but not very often is that a thing. There's a lot of people looting this one, so I'm kind of worried it's gonna empty out. Here's another thing to look at. So if you go to mini games, if you're on the D&D filter, you can scroll down and find Wilderness Warbands, and this timer right here says 2:54 hours. What that means is actually 2 minutes and 54 seconds because Jagex, are you serious? Um, I don't know how it's that hard to program to make it right. So now it's 2 minutes and 28 seconds. That is until the camp dies. So we saw that first camp was dead. That's what's going to happen to that camp I was just at. It's going to die and it can't be looted anymore. So notice the time. It's around 11 minutes into the hour, 6:11. Generally speaking, you don't want to. My preference is if it's 13 minutes after the hour, I will not loot. Very, very rarely, occasionally, if you can find a camp that legitimately will go to like 6:15, 6:16, or not specifically 6, but 16 minutes after the hour. That does happen, but if it's 6:13 and you really, really need that last run, if it's the last run of the day, it doesn't really matter. Go for it because you're going to have a refresh for the next day anyways. But if you care about that run, check this timer because that's 1 minute and 6 seconds. That is not 1 hour and 6 seconds. After that 1 hour goes by, then this will change to be a 7, and that means 7 hours. But again, because of honestly just bad freaking programming, like how, whatever, then that will change. So Phoenix Layer 24-hour reset, and this should change to 7. Anyways, um, yeah, I'll show it to you in just a second when it actually ends. So 3 seconds, it's about to end. Also, this is fun. You can give to the tree your rewards from this side. You don't have to go to the other side. So 67K, that seems a little low. I thought from the calculator that I put in, I should be getting more XP. If I'm, oh, I hit 84 earlier. I'm only 74. So 74, what I get, like 65 XP just now? Yeah, close enough. Like pretty much spot on, I think. Um, okay, and it's 6:13. Chances of me finding another one are not high, so I'm not gonna go try and find another one. But that was 1.5 runs. That was 100k XP for 15 minutes for herb lore, 0 GP cost. I did get attacked a little bit. Another thing too, a couple more small things. So one thing is just getting used to it. Obviously, that's how anything is, getting used to how this works. But also just anti-PK strats. Ready? If you don't know them, here's what you do. Anticipation, freedom, have those hotkeyed, and then obviously have your prayers hotkeyed. And if you noticed or if you go back and watch that guy starting to attack me, I pretty much freed him as soon as I could because he did an early bind, which I don't know if he's a bad PKer or if that was good strats, but it didn't work for him. And then I threw on whatever protect I needed to. He was ranging, so I protected range. And then as I ran away, I threw on my anticipation in case he tried to put another bind on me. And that pretty much gets you a little ways away. I also got a very clean surge because he was stuck on one side of the tent, and I surged right when he wouldn't be able to follow me very easily. So I don't even think he tried chasing me because he saw I was so far away. But I got far enough away that I didn't even see that he was chasing me. That doesn't always mean the PK is not chasing you, so don't slow down. That's why I didn't even turn around. Sometimes I'll go back and try to troll him a little bit. Usually I die when I do that, so not really worth it. Oh, the other thing, sorry, big yawn. Holy crap. The other thing is this is Wilderness Sword 1. By the way, Wilderness achievements super easy to get. Wow, calm down, little tabs. Super easy to get Wilderness Sword 1. Super, super easy. If you can get the elite tasks, one, it's a pretty big deal actually. It means you're pretty close to max. Elite tasks are not a joke usually. Then Elite Sword, the Wilderness Sword 4, you can augment and put the perk mobility on there, and you can get anywhere. Be really nice. And then there's probably another one too. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Um, Reflexes, I think, or reflex maybe. Maybe that'll give you more anticipation or something. I can't remember. It could be worth trying, but I mean, don't take my word for that one. What is happening? This dude. Oh, don't. I actually. Oh, okay. So this is a person using that person to get another run in. That was his alt. So he had his alt loot for him, so that he only had to loot. He or she, whatever. I'm gonna call him a he. So that he only had to loot one time, and he got 2 runs in. So he's picking up all of the supplies now. He's going to turn it in. That's an interesting strat. I don't think it's worth it, but I think he's a PKer, so she's okay. I have to call her a she now. Definitely a she character. Anyways, so there's the basic anti-PK strats. Not always going to work for you. Usually, if you see another one, this person has two alts that he's killing for stuff. That is so troll. That is so. That's insane. Oh, I was trying to see that he's gonna try and PK me. Just watch. Anyways, I'm gonna sit here and troll him for a second. She's not even gonna talk back. But yeah, that's pretty much Wilderness Warbands. So watch for them on the hour. If you turn on your little reminder thingy right here, then it'll show you. See, now it's at 6 hours and 44 minutes, or 6 and 44 hours. Gosh dang, that the text is so weird. And if you look in, I did not click anything. This is just, maybe it's because I'm in the wilderness. If you go back into here now, it should match up with that timer. I don't think that this timer right here works when you're in the middle of the thing. Maybe it does, but I always use this one just in case. I don't know. But now it's back down to 6:43, so now it's correct. So yeah, that's about it. It's not hard, but it's totally worth it. So my main, I literally went from like 50 construction to 70 just through one event, and then like 70 to 99 I did doing warbands. I've never spent more than 100,000 gold on this skill. So I'll always flex that on people if they say it's an expensive skill, because it's not. You always have warbands. Warbands are amazing. It is very incredible XP, and there's no reason in this world to rush construction to 99. After like 91 or 93, there's nothing useful for this skill. I guess unless you're gonna make like a player-owned dungeon or something. I could eat my words, but if I have to eat them, that's fine. But like, yeah, just do warbands. It's so much cheaper and easier. And I have spent like very minimal time in my house grinding with planks and flat packs and crap. So it's pretty sweet. But that's about it. Warband's pretty chill. Hopefully you don't die. Good luck. Have fun.